In this video we are going to talk about 10 things you don't know about Shaq O'Neal. So before starting this video, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. Shaquille O'Neal is widely regarded as one of the most dominant players the National Basketball Association has ever seen. In his prime, he was impossible to defend against and impossible to stop inside the paint. Even though his body was without a doubt endowed with natural gifts, he had to put in a lot of hard work in order to become the center that he was. When the NBA draft was held in 1992, the Orlando Magic selected Shaq with the first overall pick. Before he made it to the NBA, he dominated the competition in college basketball. Because of all the attention that was paid to him leading up to the draft, there was never any question that he would be taken first overall. When he made his debut for the Magic, he grabbed 18 rebounds, which made him the second player in NBA history to set a record for the most rebounds in their first game after Bill Walton in 1974. He finished his career having won the NBA championship 4 times and being named an NBA All-Star 15 times. But none of this happened off the court. Even away from the court, Shaq was and still is a fascinating person to watch. I will now provide a list of 10 interesting facts about Shaq, each of which demonstrates why he is one of the most entertaining athletes that has ever lived on this planet. Number 10. He has a doctoral degree. Although Shaq has had a successful career in the NBA, many people are unaware of the fact that he took his academic pursuits very seriously. When one observes Shaq, it is impossible to believe that he is the type of person who puts in a lot of effort in his studies. On the other hand, the situation is exactly the opposite. Throughout his time at college, Shaq demonstrated a strong academic performance. He excelled in the classroom and finished his freshman year with the highest grade point average of any player on his team. Although Shaq left college early to pursue a career in the NBA, he never intended to let this deter him from completing his education. He earned his Bachelor of Arts degree by putting in the necessary amount of work. Additionally, towards the tail end of his playing career, he completed the requirements for a doctoral degree. These things demonstrate how dedicated of a person Shaq was, and his career in the NBA further demonstrates this point. Number 9. Made just one career three-pointer. It is becoming increasingly expected for big men to make three-point shots, so much so that it has become a common sight in recent games. On the other hand, this was not the situation back in those days. Shaq had a terrible shooting touch from beyond the arc. In his entire career in the NBA, he only had one successful three-point shot out of a total of 22 attempts. Number 8. Shaq and Kobe war was real. Los Angeles Lakers beat Miami Heat. The rivalry between Shaq and Kobe is detailed in an entire article on Wikipedia. There were reportedly many disagreements between Kobe and Shaq regarding their respective roles on the team, as well as personal differences between the two players. During the practices, the two of them even got into physical confrontations with one another. This dispute culminated in Shaq being sent to the Miami Heat while Kobe Bryant was re-signed by the Los Angeles Lakers. Number 7. Shaq is a U.S. Deputy Marshal. During his time in the NBA, Shaq had an interest in becoming a police officer, and to that end, he underwent training with LAPD officers. In May of 2005, he was given the position of Deputy Marshal for the United States. Number 6. Shaq is a huge WWE fan. Shaq with Ric Flair and his daughter. Shaq is a big WWE fan. He has appeared multiple times on WWE Raw, and during one of those appearances, he got into a fight with the Big Show. There were speculations that he would eventually sign with WWE, but those plans were never put into action. Number 5. Shaq has a Platinum Album TAO group in Minneapolis for Big Game Weekend at the Lumber Exchange Building presented by Element Electronics. It is common knowledge that Shaq enjoys listening to hip-hop music. Shaq had already released 4 albums by the time he won the NBA championship. His first album, Shaq Diesel, went on to sell 1 million copies and achieve platinum certification in the United States. There is no doubt that Shaq deserves the title of rap star. Number 4. Shaq missed half of his free throws. It was a common strategy for opposing players to deliberately foul Shaq in the hope that he would miss his subsequent free throws. He had a terrible ability to make free throws. During his time in the NBA's regular season, he had a career free throw shooting percentage of 52.7%. The fact that he has never in his 19-year career as an NBA player shot a free throw percentage that was higher than 60% even once is one of the more surprising aspects of his free throw percentage. Number 3. He was named Player of the Week in his very first week in NBA. Shaq was a very special player, and he had a very impressive debut week. As a result of his outstanding play, he was recognized as the Player of the Week. He is the first player in NBA history to win that award in the very first week of their career as a player in the league. Number 2. He wore number 33 in for a reason. Boston Celtics v Cleveland Cavaliers, Game 1. When he played college basketball at LSU, he wore number 33 for a specific reason. A significant portion of Shaq's scoring came from the use of the hook shot, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is widely regarded as the game's preeminent hook shot specialist. That is the reason why he wore the number 33. When he was drafted into the NBA, he wanted to wear this number, but it was already taken, so he went on to wear the number 32 for the Orlando Magic instead. Number 1. His father was a hooper and a drug addict. Fan experience presented by American Express at NBA All-Star. Joseph Tony is the name of the young man's father. Tony was a talented basketball player, but he was also addicted to drugs. When Shaq was a very young boy, his father was forced to go to jail because of his addiction. As a consequence of these factors, Shaq and his father do not have a relationship with one another, and they do not communicate. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.